There's a whole lot of dialogue this time of year when it comes to mental health. But when it comes to you, your own personal wellness, the state that you're in with your own mental health, how are you doing? And today what we're going to do is be taking some time to look at the aspect of our own personal needs when it comes to our mental health, when it comes to the fact of what can we do to strengthen the foundation of our own wellness. And the first thing we're going to look at is the aspect of we get dusty. What does that mean? What does it mean? So around your house throughout the course of the year, right? You go around, you vacuum, you dust, you whatever, dust accumulates, funky stuff accumulates. Well, we can kind of place some very unrealistic expectations on ourselves and think, well, I'm supposed to be feeling great 12 months out of the year, 7 days a week throughout my day. Well, the reality is we have to be realistic with ourselves. We have to be fair to ourselves, and it's telling ourselves out loud or internally, sometimes I'm going to get dusty. Sometimes life is going to be really hard. Sometimes I'm going through different seasons that are really tough. But during those times, before those times, after those times, it's really having a plan. It's being fair to ourselves, acknowledging the fact that we're human. We can be really hard on ourselves and think, I'm not supposed to get dusty. Well, we're not really supposed to get dusty, but it happens. The reality is we will have times that where we struggle or we're like, why am I feeling so funky? The reality is that life happens. Life will never always be perfect. We'll have some great times, struggles, and all that's in between. And whoever you are that's listening right now, your journey is your own journey, and you're going to have different layers, different paths through that, and knowing it's okay, taking a deep breath that I'm human. And with that, it's going to be some funky stuff when it comes to different parts of our lives. But what it comes down to is acknowledging the importance and significance of personal maintenance. We need personal maintenance. It is something that, in order for us, when we hit those funky stages, for that to feel less funk, the acuteness of the funk to be less, this is where personal maintenance comes in. And this is something that I have to remind myself of a lot. I am in the mental health field, and it's something that I personally have struggled with a whole lot. Okay, I need personal maintenance. I need to take those times, kind of those check-ins, because it's really, really easy to almost get sucked in. I'm going to say to this kind of like vortex of like denial and self-delay of, I'll get to it later. I'll work on that later. I just don't have time. We really believe that lie. And we could be crazy busy, but that personal maintenance, like we somehow make time to get our car to the shop. We have to take time for us to kind of do those personal reflections, that personal check-in. And it's like this prioritizing of, okay, I got to focus on where am I getting dusty? Where am I struggling? Writing it down. This is where it's really critical, where we have to place ourselves as a priority. And it's easier for us to say that. It's harder for us to actually apply that to our everyday living. And it's being realistic. Like, you know what? Obviously, I'm not perfect. But the aspect of I'm going to struggle or I'm going to have really funky days. For some of us, it's a struggle to acknowledge that we're really going to struggle. And that might sound strange, but it's a reality for, I think, a whole lot of people. The reminder that we need that we are human. We are going to have tough times, and there's nothing wrong when that's the reality of things get challenging. So a mindset that we really have to kind of place to the side, ward off, is this feeling that delaying self-care or focusing on ourselves is something that when we delay it, it's just, well, it's just what happens. You know, I get busy. It just on the side, that becomes this very misaligned mindset that can kind of call this avalanche of just progression of personal challenge. And what it's also kind of taking time when we talk about, okay, I need to be aware of how do I not become dusty? And this is where this check-in. What times of the year do you struggle? What times of the year for you personally, professionally, are you more busy where your stress level, your anxiety level have been heightened? What does that mean for you? And for everybody, it's different. When we're aware of that, it allows us to take a step back. Okay, what can I do to be a little preventative? What can I do to kind of ease things? It could be personally, you know what, things are really crazy right now. So instead of me having these unrealistic expectations of like, I'm cooking 7 days a week, well, 2 days a week, there's leftovers, or I'm calling out for pizza, and it's making it easier on ourselves. Or certain things when it comes to work, where certain things have to give a little bit. And when we're aware of, okay, where do things get crazy trained certain times a year? And for the weather, for a lot of people, okay, we're getting into when the clocks change, it gets darker earlier. That is a struggle for a lot of people. Okay, so what do I need to do before then? Coming up with the game plan. Do I have a sun lamp? Can I get outside for a chunk of time and just do a 10-minute walk? Your plan is your own plan. And when we're able to pull that together, boom, it minimizes the dust. It absolutely, the prevalence of the dust becomes decreased. And that's a very, very encouraging thing. And the reality is it's like reinforcing these aspects of care in our life, right? And it's something that at times we're like, you know what, I got to really hone in on it. And that could be a struggle where we're distracted. I got to reel it in. And taking time, what do I need? What do I need in this upcoming month? What do I need as I get closer to the holidays? And sometimes we don't like to ask ourselves those things. If we want to pursue our own mental wellness, we want to strive for being in a better place, got to do it. We have to do it. And what this is, it goes really, we're going to move into our second thing, where this goes hand in hand with the aspect of warding off the dust, right? Moves us right into the aspect of being kind to yourself. It's easy to say, be kind to ourselves. So many people are not kind to themselves. They could have a bumper sticker that says, be kind to others, kindness matters. They could be kindness ninjas to other people in their neighborhood, in their community, across the world. But when it comes to themselves, man, a whole lot of people are really tough on themselves, and sometimes without even realizing how they could judge the heck of themselves, or just words come out that are just really emotionally debilitating, right? I'm stupid. Of course I did that. Of course I failed at that. Be kind to yourself. And going back to the aspect of the aspect of being emotionally dusty, when we're in funky places, instead of saying, I stink, or man, I did that again, or I'm in this place again. Okay, I'm human. Things happen. Where am I going from here? If we focus, we fixate on where we believe, often falsely, of where our shortcomings are, we can beat the heck out of ourselves. Be kind to yourself. And I've said before, the word kind is truly my favorite 4-letter word. We could say it to other people, and man, do we need some more kindness in the world. So much more. But it really starts with us. It is easier and more fluid to make being kind across the board when it starts with ourselves. And it can be hard to be kind to ourselves sometimes, because if we've been wired in this false thinking that I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Some of you have been handed some heavy stuff. But guess what? You are awesome. When's the last time you told yourself that? You are wonderful. There are so many aspects of you that people maybe haven't even realized, or you haven't realized. Remind yourself that there's only one you. There's only one you. And how amazing that is. Man, we could be like in that boxing ring, us against us, just beating ourselves up of how we've let someone down, we've let ourselves down. Yo, we are human. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. In all things, be kind. And rolling into our third focus is the reality of give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. A few questions for you. Are you overly extended? Tired? Super edgy? Are you feeling just like, I'm tired all the time? Guess what? This might really be kind of that woo little light of saying, it's time to take a break. And taking a break means different things to everybody. A pause from certain things that could be triggers for anxiety, for you just not feeling good about yourself, for it reinforcing this false mindset of you just being worthless. What right now do you need a break from? What are things that have been triggering you? It could be different things for different people, where sometimes it's like, well, I can't do that. Yeah, you actually can. And it feels really good when you do. What are a few things that we can take a break from? First could be social media. This comes in kind of a lot of different forms, if you will. It could be like altogether, I'm taking a week, I'm taking 30 days, I'm taking 6 months off of all my social media platforms. Or it might be one or two of them. Or it might be there's certain people that just really trigger me. Hide the post, unfriend them. I can't unfriend them. But you can. Or you could hide their posts. If certain things are just making you feel stressed out, triggering you in negative ways, take a break. And this is where social media can cause a lot of angst for people. And if it's making you feel worse than better, take a break. And defining what that break means for you. What's it mean for you? Make it happen. Second thing we're going to look at is the aspect of from social media moving on to people, actual human beings, people that maybe you're like, you know what, man, they've been triggering me. And it's saying to them, whether it's in person, it's on the phone, it's whatever, texting in a very well, respectfully crafted way, kind way. Right now, and I always say this, like, I'm working on myself and I'm just kind of taking a break from certain things. You don't have to say because of you. That's not what we need to say. But just I'm on a journey right now that I just need to hit the pause button with certain things going on in my life right now. Boom. It could be like I've been so busy. I need time away from people in the way of like, hey, you know what? I go here every Tuesday. Hey guys, I'm taking a few weeks off. Or I've got this going on with family. You've got holidays coming up. Sometimes it's thinking ahead. What do I need to do so when the future comes to me, I'm just not deflated and I'm not just ready to pounce and feeling on the defense? What do you need? And sometimes in our lives, I really think actually for every single person, there are times we need breaks from certain people. Or people altogether where I just need to regroup. Like on Tuesday, instead of doing this social thing, I'm going to my backyard and having a bonfire. Or instead of, doing this with work that I've just done I'm just taking a break right now. And it's not pointing a finger at anybody, but what do you need? You have to ask yourself that. And really it's coming up with what is it that I need? And it is not weird. We could say that's really weird. It's not weird. Or I'm a bad person because of this. False. That is the false thinking kind of arising, coming to the surface. You need a break. If you've been in a spot, I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I'm funky, I'm edgy. There's parts of me that's not me. That could be a red flag. You need a break. You need a break. Okay, that's not forever. It doesn't have to be forever. What does it mean? Defining that. Sometimes we truly simply need a break from the craziness of life and then kind of infusing different forms of calm and reprieve, because guess what? You deserve that. You deserve it. And too often we think we do not, that we just have to wait till we're at a breaking point. No, making all of these things a part of our lifestyle. It doesn't mean you're falling short. It means you are valuing yourself the way you should be valued. You're prioritizing you. And my friends, you deserve to be prioritized. Throughout the different phases of our life, there will be times, yes, we will get dusty. but there are ways that we can kind of put things into action when it comes to prioritizing ourselves, being kind to ourselves, taking a break from different parts of our lives that we just need to chill. We just need to recharge. And we just have to prioritize ourselves. Because guess what, my friends? You are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. We're going to continue on this journey of growth and wellness. And I'm so excited that you are here with me. If you enjoyed today's videos, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up. I'd love for you to subscribe to the Goodness Chick channel. And to continue on this journey, check out this video. May the growth continue. Wishing you a tremendous amount of peace, love, and goodness today.